Okay, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Game 4 of the Winter Matchplay from Milton Keynes. Currently, there's only two players undefeated on 3-0, which are Phil Robert Shaw's and Jessica's mum, Diane Patisi. This game, we are seeing Stephen Hunt playing Rick Kennedy. Stephen's just on 1 win out of 3, but he's just beaten Lewis McKayla, number 1 seed. And Rick is on 2 wins out of 3, having just lost to Ellie Dagnor in a high-scoring game. And Stephen is to start with a rack of E, E-A-U, E-I-N-G. First thoughts are Guinea, G-U-I-N-E-A, which would be a high tile turnover, but provide lots of floaters and score 18 points. So I'd say it's either Guinea or change if it doesn't like that. And I've missed the bingo, Eugenia. Silly me. So Stephen plays Eugenia. I needed to look a bit harder. And Rick has got not dishwash, but D-I-X wash. It looks like there's easy points here with wax on one of 2 places, probably the better one being above the EU of Eugenia, which would be 32, 33, 37, 38, 39, something like 40 points. So that would be wax keeping dish. Rick seems to have declared his score. Just see what he's played. Wax was the top score, but in the other place to get the benefit of the W twice. So there's just 25 points in it, and Stephen has a rack of county plus I. I'll try not to miss a bonus this time because I don't think there is one. But first thoughts are maybe COY, C-O-Y, above the EU of Eugenia again, which would leave T-U-I-N. Obviously, we won't want to keep the U if we don't have to, or a Y. So is there any play where we can get rid of both the Y and the U and score quite reasonably? We could just play O-Y and keep the C for the a good consonant vowel. Leave 3 consonants to 2 vowels in this case. The tile by comprises 56 consonants to 42 vowels, so that's a ratio of 4 to 3. So keeping a slightly higher consonant to vowel leave in that proportion makes sense. So a 3 to 2 leave would be good. Rack leaves of equal numbers of vowels and consonants, and more vowels and consonants don't give us a very good rack leave evaluation according to Quackle. Stephen's taken his time over this play, whether he thinks there possibly is a bonus. I'm very much doubting that there is, and sticking with my COY or OY above the EU of Eugenia. Right, Stephen's played Tuney, which is nice play and getting points for lots of hooks. Rick has a rack of dish plus L-I-L and has very quickly played Hillside, which is a very nice move onto the E of Eugenia. The side of a hill, obviously. So Rick has taken a 27-point lead in this early stage. I've played Rick twice at Torquay, once in the World Championship. And I think I had a run of 5 winning games in a row until Rick beat me, and then I believe I lost the pull the next game. And Rick also beat me in a good game in the final fling at the World Championships also. So Stephen has Coidoai. The best move is Chiao in the top corner. I believe it's Vietnamese or similar monetary unit, and scores quite nicely and sorts Stephen's rack out quite decently, and scores 33 points to take a 6-point lead. Rick has 3 E's, 2 T's, an I and a G. Maybe something like Gleet through the second L of Hillside to get rid of triplicate E's and duplicate T's, G-L-E-E-T. And best play shown as Legit with my Gleet, about 2 valuation points below that. But I still think it's a decent record of TIE. Again, the vowel proportion is greater than the consonant, so it's not perfect, but it's quite decent. So Rick's snuck into a 10-point lead. His first 2 tiles are quite nice, but he's picked up Outline or Illusion, which are very high probability bonuses, and the Illusion may be playable depending where Stephen goes. It's a double under the T of Gleet. Stephen's rack is looking slightly familiar, and I'm thinking there may be a bonus, but I can't see it. There's DPAIIOS. I'm not making excuses for me missing Eugenia first go, even though, as I said, I do play slowly at times and may have took a wee while to spot it. But the players will be lining up these tiles on the rack in either alphagram order or similar. Personally, I do it by alphagram order, by consonants, then by vowels, then blank, then S. And it's easier for one to spot words if the tiles are lined up how they usually see them. But again, I'm not making excuses for missing Eugenia. So we're looking for a play for Stephen here. We're looking to play at least one of the I's. I saw D-O-P-A, dopa, which is a drug short for dopamine. But I believe 2 I's, so it's far from ideal. It's close to opioid is I believe a word. We're always looking to take advantage of the premium squares, double words, etc. So the top play is SADI along the S of hillside, and aid under Gleet, scoring 19 and 14 points. A nice play would be Utopia from the UT from Eugenia and Tuny. It would be a decent track clearance, but there'd be a danger in that the O would be next to the triple letter square, so potentially, depending on Rick's tiles, he could hit back with big points if he's got such as the Z or the J and an O to go before the P, if that was played. Some players like going for a high tile turnover, especially if they haven't got any goodies, so the high tile turnover plays through the UT for out, said. But that would be sacrificed in an S for a mere 22 points, and an S is only really worth being played if it scores 8 or more points more than the next best play and not using the S. So we may discount that play. Stevens made his play and he's declared 19, so he must have played the top rated play of Sardi, S on the board, ADI, taking a double. So Rick's challenging Sardi, which is not one of the words. You just got a slight delay because the players have got to go to the challenge station next door. So Rick and Stephen are popping next door to Rick's challenging Stephen's SADI word, and it is valid, so Stephen will get 5 extra points, which will leave Rick to decide whether to play Outline or Illusion, and the only places that can be played are under the O of Chiao on the top row. So which one is safer? Outline would have a L under the triple square at the top. 2, 4, 6, 7. And Illusion would have a T under that square. I don't think there's any massive advantages, on the valuations of Quackle are exactly the same on valuation of 63 each. So Rick has opted for the Outline with the L under the H1 triple word square, which is hard to argue with. Stephen's probably going to hit straight back with Pivot from K1 to O1 on the top row with a triple. He's got Pivot plus PS. It'd be a nice move because it would be getting rid of 2 of the 3 PPVs and 1 P. Leave isn't too bad. The alternative is maybe playing Plop through the L of outline, getting the double letter for the second P. So that'd be 8, 9, 10, 30, with pivot being 5, 9, 10, 11, 37. So pivot's got to be the preferable move here from K1 across on the top row. If Stephen plays pivot, then Rick no doubt will hit back straight away with probably flab, FLAB on the H1 triple down. Pivot is in fact the top move, and plop, the other one I mentioned, being the second best. I see Rick hitting flab straight away here, 5, 6, 14, 42 points, which is quite tasty. Rick's got a 12-point lead, even though he's had one less move due to being 2 bonus to 1 up at the moment. It looks a bit of a too awkward a rack for Rick to have a bonus on his rack, even if there was a nice vowel to play through. So flab is my choice. Stephen, after playing pivot and directly for PS, has picked up JEMTK, which is sort of a scorny rack, but sort of awkward to shape into a bonus rack. I think Rick must be looking for something I can't see. I can't see really beyond flab to the L at the top of the screen. In fact, it's the top score with valuation of 44.7. And it has the advantage of getting rid of both F and B, which are sort of two of the worst tiles in Joel Wapnick's book, previous world champion from Canada. He's got an aid to remember what are the worst tiles besides the W, U, V and Q. He has a saying of fig job. So it's the letters within fig job, of which F and B are 2 of them. So managing to play both off Rick's rack at the same time here is quite advantageous. So it has left Rick a quite strong rack, and with what he's picked up from the B of flab, he's got such as bleaters, whether it means a noise of a sheep or similar. So Rick has a 48-point lead. Stephen's got to try his best to score well with awkward tiles. They are high scoring, so depending on how the board is, you could score maybe 60 with them, or you could be struggling with them and decide to change. I don't think there's big scope to score well with these. Eugenia does take NS, but it's hard to get a high scoring letter on a double word square or anything, so possibly a change may be shown as one of the top moves by Quackle here. Capped is actually the best play at 10B. So I didn't see that one, but it is very nice for 36 points. And Jets and Jest in the same spot under Tuny. Stephen's actually got rid of 2 of his heavier consonants, the M and P, as well as the S, to play Gumps, which doesn't appear to be the best move, and I didn't spot the best moves quickly. But Rick should play pretty quickly, and probably bleaters from the B of flab in the top. Oh, he's probably going to play pleaters actually from the P of Gumps, which will give a double-double. Or prelates, There's 3 bonuses available, and it's a double, so it's improving Rick's base score considerably and giving him a commanding 118 point lead. So there's prelates, pleaters, and there was a third bonus beginning with P with that rack, all for doubles for very nice points. The blanks are on both players' racks at the moment. Again, Stephen's got the most scoring tiles on his rack, but probably not the most synergistic, i.e. what goes together. So Stephen has got Jet, KYR blank. Potentially, if the tiles fall together well, then Stephen may have a high scoring play through the A of prelates onto the triple at the bottom middle of the board. That would be potentially utilising the double letter square for a high tile. I believe J keys is good, JAKEYS, which would be a shed load of points. 8, 9, 19, 20, 24, 72. That's the most awesome play there is there by the looks of it, and has got to be the play to take. I don't know if Jakey's means something like a homeless alcoholic or some lovely meaning like that. It is indeed a top play by a boatload. The next highest plays are like 30s, 40s maximum. So that brings Stephen back into the game, but still 46 points behind. Rick has UN. Whether unboned is good, something which is unboned. He has got a high chance of having a bonus, either ending in the S of prelates or the S of J keys, or maybe through the E of J keys. I don't know if you've served a ban for something, then you can be unbanned. But that would not need a second D. It would need a floater of A or an N to go along with a blank. There may well be a bonus that I'm not seeing straight away. Burdened. No, that's just 1N. I'm getting a bit of inspiration from Quackle, which Jessica's bringing up for the top play to see if there's any bonuses available which I've missed. And Quackle shows we have unbends at L5. Oh gosh, that's a nice move. It makes prelet S. I guess a prelate is a male religious figure, and a prelet S must be the female version. So that's the importance of knowing such hooks. J5 unbended. It may sound a little bit awkward unbended, but it's very nice points. It's available in several different places. all for around the mid 60 points raise. If Rick manages to play any of these, it gives him about a 98% probability of winning. Even if Rick just plays off BUN for about 23, it's still giving him a 97% chance of winning according to Quackle, but all that can change very quickly in a game depending on if players miss something or if the pickup's extremely bad or good. I guess unbended as well as not bending something means not easily swayed to change your opinion. So the only two combinations of bonuses which are available are sort of slightly awkward as to whether they should be words. So Rick's taken his time. Well, both words are the same verb, unbends or unbended. And to play unbends, Rick would have to know that prelates is good. Rick does have a very, very good word knowledge. So there's a decent chance he'll get these plays, or he may not risk it with his lead and with his strong rack lead that he's going to have, even if he doesn't play the bonus. The best non-bonusy play really is BUN above the E of prelates, using the triple letter score twice for the B, and there's unbend at the top. But again, if Rick knows unbend, then he's more likely to play unbends or unbended as a bonus rather than unbend as a non-bonus. Rick plays Bund, which gives him a 97% chance of winning, and I believe there's a good number of back hooks to Bund. I believe E, H, S, T, and Rick's got an E and a blank, and then N as rack lead, which is very, very strong. And there's several places on the board that, given a half decent pickup, he'll be able to bonus on the next move. Rick's actually picked up AOAN. Stevens played very quickly. He's played RCH onto perch. He had an all vowel rack. I can quickly see Rick's rack. He needs a floater for neonatal, which there doesn't appear to be. There will be more. Yes, Jessica just pointed out the Aeonian, which is one of our 5 vowel 8 letter. Sorry, it's a 5 vowel 7 letter word, which there's not a lot of, making Bundy one of the Bund extensions I've just mentioned. Stevens worked his way into quite a strong rack. I think Rick will see Aeonian as Aeonian and Aeolian. Two similar words. One means relating to wind, and I'm not sure what the other one means. As has been said above, for Scrabble players don't need to know definitions. You don't get extra points, but knowing the definition may help to know whether it's a verb or can be pluralized or not, which can be quite useful. So Jessica's brought up the Crackle choices, and AE Onion is the only bonus available with this given set of letters on this board. So Rick's got to both see that and convince himself that BUND takes a E back hook, which would be 76 points, with the other plays being 20 points and less. So it's quite vital for Rick's chances of winning to spot both the bonus, which is high probability, and the hook. I've just looked, and Austin Shin is the defending champion of the Winter Matchplay from last year, which is quite appropriate because he lives basically around the corner in Milton Keynes. So he has all the home comforts. He doesn't have to stay in the hotel. Rick's taking his time over this move. He's got a 47-point lead, and getting a bonus potentially might give an unassailable lead, or as Quackle's told us, if he gets this bonus, it gives him a 99% chance of winning. So it's quite vital that he plays this should he spot it. And there's 17 tiles in the bag, including the Q, Z, and an S, along with 4 R's and 4 O's. The game is being played quite early in the early mid stages, so I'm sure both players have got quite a bit of time left on the clocks, and there's no rush to finish the game. Indeed, Rick has around 9 minutes left, and if he does spot this bonus, he'll probably only have, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more plays, so he has got plenty of time to utilise to the best advantage. BUND actually takes 6 back hooks. Some players focus on learning fancy bonuses, but sometimes these fancy bonuses aren't playable. If players don't know the hooks, and I think I possibly mentioned 4 of the back hooks that Bund takes, E, S, T, and H, and the other 2 I've just looked up are U and Y, so Bundy and Bundu, but the only letter that Rick has got which would back up Bund is the E, and it would fit nicely for AE Onion if Rick is confident enough of the hook to make this play. It's like 100% certainty he knows AE Onion. It's possible that Rick hasn't even seen the AE Onion and may look to rack balance and bonus on the next turn, hopefully. But it's always best to
It's always best to get the big points while they're available if you can, which is that why Rick's taking his time. Rick may be looking for 8-letter words from the T in the top right-hand corner or through the D or bund. Seems Rick didn't see the bonus or wasn't confident enough about the hook, so he's just played off A and A for Tarner for 24 points, keeping NEO blank. So Rick just needs a half-decent pickup to get to a bonus, and there's plenty of spots to make 8s from the T of pivot through the D of bund or to the S of Jakey's on the bottom. Rick's got quite a strong pickup, but has picked up the Q. It would be nice to have a floating A or U for AE curing, which is one of my favourite words, one of the 5 vowel 8 letters, which it doesn't seem to be. Anyway, let's get back to Stephen, who's 66 points behind and has got FORMTIE. I'm not seeing a 7 or 8. I don't think such as Fall Might is good. There's no 7-letter plays with this tile, and it would need a, E, or S in certain spots to play. The S play is setiform. That would be dependent if TANA takes an E afterwards, which I'm not certain. It only takes an S afterwards. It's an Indian police station with many variations, and only takes an S after it. You can spell it TANA, TANNA, which takes a H after it as well, THANA, which also takes a H after it, and THANNA, which also takes a H after it, but it only takes an S after TANA. There are not any playable bonuses, and the best suggested play is EM on J13, making ENE and YAM, benefiting from the M triple letter twice. And trying to see if there's a playable bonus for Rick the next move. I think with a floating U or T, I believe Requinto is good, but the T's in the wrong spot. It's hidden away in the top corner. Stevens played OF elsewhere on the board. F's not as flexible as a tile as M, so he thinks a rack-leave of time is going to enhance his chances more than playing EF and keeping a rack-leave of... playing EM and keeping a rack-leave of FORIT, which isn't as sort of bingo-friendly for future. I hope I'm not missing a bonus here for Rick. Like I say, I need a floating U or T for Requinto. So there's going to be nothing else coming down from the T, because I believe that's the only bingo with a T and a U. I can't see anything through the D or ending in the S of J keys. The best play indeed is from the C of Perch for Sank, CI. CINQ. Yeah, Rick's played QI hidden away in the left-hand middle alongside Hillside with a strong leave again, and he should bonus next move. I can see straight away from the tee up pivot he's got Trudgeon. But we're back on to Stephen's play, who's 73 points behind. The tiles are looking promising. Marrite, Marrite, which is not a word, but it's looking like there should be something. It's close to Marmite, but not quite. There's no bonuses with his rack. He needs a floating G for Ragtimer or P for Imparter or Trampier. I don't think we're going to have a floater that he needs. G or P. Indeed not. So it looks like Rick's very, very much favoured to win the game. He's got nice, easy Trudgeon down from the tee or pivot, down the right-hand triple. There will be bonuses onto the S of J keys as well. And Drongo's a no-hoper with a blank for an O. So as on when people are watching the stream at this point, they'd put GG for good game, meaning the game's over, which effectively it is. Stephen's highest plays available are just 24 in a number of places. Stephen's played Cream, which has blocked the Trudgeon move, but Rick's still got such as the Drongos on the bottom left, and there will be more available on that. I'm not sure if maybe Mongood might be good, which may mean to engage in warfare. Yes, that's the top move. I'll pat myself on the back gently there. And Drongo is my other suggestion, is there, as well as other words like Undergod and Guerdon. I think we're having a challenge here, and Rick's getting 5 points extra. It's maybe one of Stephen's vague chances of winning if he manages to challenge that off the board, but it is good. So Rick has got a 135 point lead, and Stephen's only got 6 unseen tiles, which means Rick's only got 6 tiles on his rack and has got WOOZES as a final pickup. If Stephen had a E, I believe overtire is good. Whether there's a 8-letter word onto the S of J keys, I'd say there isn't. And the D of Bund is the only sort of playthrough, potentially. There's no bonuses with Stephen's rack, and with an S, there'd be Overstir or Servitor, but none of them would be playable on this board, and there's nothing through the D, so eventually Rick's going to be the winner of the game, for sure. And Quackle's best move is divert from the D of Bund going downwards. Or slightly more points, Viver, Viver. I don't know if it means someone who's taken part in an oral exam. That would be M1 down through the E of cream also. But all this is going to help Rick to his third win out of 4 and help his spread as well if it's needed for the sort of prizes if Rick's at the business end of the tournament at the end of the day, or at the end of tomorrow as the case is. A few scores are coming in from round 4. Austin Shins beat Lewis Mackay in a high-scoring game, something like 487 to 403, to move into third place. And my friend Natalie Zoltis beat John Ashmore 416 to 402. So Natalie's also got a 3-1 record. Stevens played Enviro from the EN of J Keys and Tarna at the bottom of the board to go 119 down, and Rick potentially, although I haven't looked yet, could score quite heavily with Woozers. There's a Z, or in America as they say Z, goes on any for Zany, which is just highlighted, which would be 36 points, which can't be sniffed at. Is there anywhere higher? Quackle's highest play is SOZ on there, or SEZ, making SOH and EF in the middle right top corner, the OH to the left of Perch. It's, even though it's 3 points less than Zany, it's using more points, so that if Stephen goes out, Rick will have a higher net score than he would by scoring 3 more just playing the Z for Zany. After the round 4 of games, there's only going to be one player who's undefeated, which is going to be either Phil Roberts-Shaw or Diane Pratisi, as they're playing each other, and they've the only 2 players with a 3-0 100% record after 3 rounds. Rick's taking his time here to get his best play. Orzo's a nice little forward toward ORZO. Rick has played SEZ to take him to 518 points, and Stephen's maximum score to play out is rate through an A of cream, making TO and EN on the letters from Mongard. So Rick wins the game 518 to 386. He benefited from a double-double for prelates. A decent spot with Mongard, even though there were other places to go if Stephen hadn't provided the outline, and Hillside was a nice place. So it looks like Rick got 4 bonuses to Stephen's 1 of Eugenia, and Stephen scored very nicely with J Keys for 75 also. So I'll see you in 5 or 10 minutes for round